Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, translated with commentary by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Adi Lila, Chapter 7, Lord Chaitanya in 5 Features. Text 33. Thus the Lord accepted the sannyas order of life after full consideration. Purport. There was no need for Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu to accept sannyas, for he is God himself, and therefore has nothing to do with the material bodily conception of life. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu did not identify himself with any of the 8 varnas and ashramas, namely Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. He identified himself as the Supreme Spirit. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, or for that matter any pure devotee, never identifies with these social and spiritual divisions of life, for a devotee is always transcendental to these different gradations of society. Nevertheless, Lord Chaitanya decided to accept sannyas on the grounds that when he became a sannyasi, everyone would show him respect and in that way be favored. Although there was actually no need for him to accept sannyas, he did so for the benefit of those who might think him an ordinary human being. The main purpose of his accepting sannyas was to deliver the Mayavadi sannyasis. This will be evident later in this chapter. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has explained the term Mayavadi as follows. Quote, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental to the material conception of life. A Mayavadi is one who considers the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna to be made of Maya, and who also considers the abode of the Lord and the process of approaching him, devotional service, to be Maya. The Mayavadi considers all the paraphernalia of devotional service to be Maya. End quote. Maya refers to material existence, which is characterized by the reactions of fruitive activities. Mayavadis consider devotional service to be among such fruitive activities. According to them, when Bhagavatas or devotees are purified by philosophical speculation, they will come to the real point of liberation. Those who speculate in this way regarding devotional service are called Kutarkikas, false logicians, and those who consider devotional service to be fruitive activity are also called Karmanishtas. Those who criticize devotional service are called Nindakas, blasphemers. Similarly, non-devotees who consider devotional activities to be material are also called Pashandis, and scholars with a similar viewpoint are called Adama Paduyas. The Kutarkikas, Nindakas, Pashandis, and Adama Paduyas all avoided the benefit of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement of developing love of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt compassion for them, and it is for this reason that he decided to accept the sannyas order. For by seeing him as a sannyasi, they would offer him respects. The sannyas order is still respected in India. Indeed, the very dress of a sannyasi still commands respect from the Indian public. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas to facilitate preaching his devotional cult, although otherwise he had no need to accept the 4th order of spiritual life. Text 34. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu remained in householder life for 24 years, and on the verge of his 25th year, he accepted the sannyas order. Purport. There are 4 orders of spiritual life, namely brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. And in each of these ashrams there are 4 divisions. The divisions of the brahmacharya ashram are savricha, prajapatya, brahma, and brihat. The divisions of the grihastha ashram are vartas, professionals, sanchaya, accumulators, salina, those who do not ask anything from anyone, and silanchana, those who collect grains from the paddy fields. Similarly, the divisions of the vanaprastha ashram are vaikanasa, balikilya, odambara, and penapa. And the divisions of sannyas are kutichak, bahudak, hamsa, and nishkriya. There are 2 kinds of sannyasis who are called dhiras and narottamas, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 1:13, 26, and 27. At the end of the month of January, in the year 1432 Shakabda, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the sannyas order from Keshabharati, who belonged to the Shankar Sampradaya. Text 35. After accepting the sannyas order, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attracted the attention of all those who had evaded him, beginning with the logicians. Text 36. Thus, the students, infidels, fruitive workers, and critics all came to surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Text 37. Lord Chaitanya excused them all, and they merged into the ocean of devotional service. For no one can escape the unique, loving network of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was an ideal acharya. An acharya is an ideal teacher who knows the purpose of the revealed scriptures, behaves exactly according to their injunctions, and teaches his students to adopt these principles also. As an ideal acharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu devised ways to capture all kinds of atheists and materialists. Every acharya has a specific means of propagating his spiritual movement with the aim of bringing men to Krishna consciousness. Therefore, the method of one acharya may be different from that of another, but the ultimate goal is never neglected. Srila Rupa Goswami recommends Yena tena prakarena mana Krishne nivesayad sarve vidhi nishedha shur etayar eva kinkara. An acharya should devise a means by which people may somehow or other come to Krishna consciousness. First, they should become Krishna conscious, and all the prescribed rules and regulations may later gradually be introduced. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we follow this policy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For example, since boys and girls in the Western countries freely intermingle, special concessions regarding their customs and habits are necessary to bring them to Krishna consciousness. The acharya must devise a means to bring them to devotional service. Therefore, although I am a sannyasi, I sometimes take part in getting boys and girls married, although in the history of sannyas, no sannyasi has personally taken part in marrying his disciples. Text 38. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to deliver all the fallen souls. Therefore, he devised many methods to liberate them from the clutches of Maya. Purport. It is the concern of the Acharya to show mercy to the fallen souls. In this connection, Desha Kala Patra, the place, the time, and the object, should be taken into consideration. Since the European and American boys and girls in our Krishna consciousness movement preach together, less intelligent men criticize. They are mingling without restriction. In Europe and America, boys and girls mingle unrestrictedly and have equal rights. Therefore, it is not possible to completely separate the men from the women. However, we are thoroughly instructing both men and women how to preach, and actually they are preaching wonderfully. Of course, we very strictly prohibit illicit sex. Boys and girls who are not married are not allowed to sleep together or live together, and there are separate arrangements for boys and girls in every temple. Grihastas live outside the temple, for in the temple we do not allow even husband and wife to live together. The results of this are wonderful. Both men and women are preaching the gospel of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna with redoubled strength. In this verse, the words Shaba Nistarite Kari Chatari Apar indicate that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to deliver one and all. Therefore, it is a principle that a preacher must strictly follow the rules and regulations laid down in the Shastras, yet, at the same time, devise a means by which the preaching work to reclaim the fallen may go on with full force. Text 39. All were converted into devotees of Lord Chaitanya, even the Mlechas and Yavanas. Only the impersonalist followers of Shankaracharya evaded him. Purport. In this verse, it is clearly indicated that, although Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted Mohammedans and other Mlechas into devotees, the impersonalist followers of Shankaracharya could not be converted. After accepting the renounced order of life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted many karmanishtas who were addicted to fruitive activities. Many great logicians like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Nindakas, blasphemers like Prakasananda Saraswati, Pashandis, non-devotees like Jagai and Madai, and Adama Paduyas, degraded students like Mukunda and his friends. All of them gradually became devotees of the Lord, even the Pathans or Muslims. But the worst offenders, the impersonalists, were extremely difficult to convert, for they very tactfully escaped the devices of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In describing the Kasira Mayavadis, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has explained that persons who are bewildered by empiric knowledge or direct sensual perception, and who thus consider that even this limited material world can be gauged by their material estimations, conclude that anything that one can discern by direct perception is but Maya or illusion. They maintain that although the absolute truth is beyond the range of sense perception, it includes no spiritual variety or enjoyment. According to the Kasira Mayavadis, the spiritual world is simply void. They do not believe in the personality of the absolute truth, nor in his varieties of activities in the spiritual world. Although they have their own arguments, which are not very strong, they have no conception of the variegated activities of the absolute truth. These impersonalists, who are followers of Shankaracharya, are generally known as Kasira Mayavadis. Near Varanasi, there is another group of impersonalists who are known as Saranatha Mayavadis. Outside the city of Varanasi is a place known as Saranata, where there is a big Buddhist stupa. Many followers of Buddhist philosophy live there, and they are known as Saranata Mayavadis. The impersonalists of Saranata differ from those of Varanasi, for the Varanasi impersonalists propagate the idea that the impersonal Brahman is truth, whereas material varieties are false. But the Saranata impersonalists do not even believe that the absolute truth or Brahman can be understood as the opposite of Maya or illusion. According to their vision, materialism is the only manifestation of the absolute truth. Factually, both the Kasira and Saranata Mayavadis, as well as any other philosophers who have no knowledge of the spirit soul, are advocates of utter materialism. None of them have clear knowledge regarding the absolute or the spiritual world. Philosophers like the Saranata Mayavadis, who do not believe in the spiritual existence of the absolute truth, but consider material varieties to be everything, do not believe that there are two kinds of nature, inferior, material, and superior, spiritual, as described in the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, neither the Varanasi nor the Saranata Mayavadis accept the principles of Bhagavad Gita due to a poor fund of knowledge. Since these impersonalists, who do not have perfect spiritual knowledge, cannot understand the principles of Bhakti Yoga, they must be classified among the non-devotees who are against the Krishna consciousness movement. We sometimes feel inconvenienced by the hindrances offered by these impersonalists, but we do not care about their so-called philosophy, for we are propagating our own philosophy as presented in Bhagavad Gita as it is, and getting successful results. Theorizing as if devotional service were subject to their mental speculation, both kinds of Mayavadi impersonalists conclude the subject matter of Bhakti Yoga is a creation of Maya, and that Krishna, devotional service, and the devotees are also Maya. Therefore, as stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mayavadi Krishne Aparadi. Translation: all the Mayavadis are offenders to Lord Krishna. End translation. Madhya Lila 17:129. It is not possible for them to understand the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, we do not value their philosophical conclusions. However expert such quarrelsome impersonalists are in putting forward their so-called logic, we defeat them in every respect and go forward with our Krishna consciousness movement. Their imaginative mental speculation cannot deter the progress of the Krishna consciousness movement, which is completely spiritual and is never under the control of such Mayavadis.